All right, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Christian Renee Creations. I'm Frank, no Kale today. If you saw last video when we made him a toolbox, he's having a Saturday off. So I've got a couple boards that I got to finish up. I do a lot of the epoxy river boards and some cutting boards and whatnot. I work with epoxy a lot, and today I think we're gonna make this one. This is spalted pecan and lavender epoxy. It's really pretty. It's not a how-to video on how to build these. There's plenty of those on YouTube already. I think we're gonna make this one a serving tray and keep it pretty big. But we're gonna try and cut a couple of boards out of this one, which is also spalted pecan. So if you want to stick around and see how we finish these up, we're gonna do that today. So, and then we also have to finish up a maple and cherry hardwood longhorn Texas board there. So we'll finish these three up and we'll get them going. And so I planed the boards down, and I just finished digging out all the tape that I could get off. A lot of it's still on there because of the knots that I had to fill when I filled the epoxy. I actually routed this river in because to cut this board and use the live edge, I would have lost too much of the board after I had poured it through the mold. So it was easier to make a mold out of the board than it was to put it in the mold and pour it. What I'm gonna do now is, I can't stress this enough with these pieces when you're cutting them out, especially being as irregular shaped as this one is. Work holding, right? Hold your piece to the table to the CNC. So what I found works really well for me is just some double-sided carpet tape. This stuff is really cheap, but it holds really strong as I'm cutting out. And so what I'll do now is get the piece on the table, do some final measurements, check the design, make sure that what boards I want to cut out are the boards that I'm going to cut out. So yeah, really pretty happy how these are turning out so far. You can see, as I said, I routed these in, so there's nothing there on the back side, but they look really good. They look even better once they're finished because the spalt will show more. And then when I pour my epoxy and I leave these edges, I start up a little higher than the thickness of the board with the router blade, that way, or the CNC. That way I'm not in danger of breaking it, but it always leaves a little bit of an edge. And so I took the jigsaw and just finished cutting them out. It doesn't take but a second, and then we'll run these through the planer, and then we'll move on to routing them out and yeah, getting them all finished up. So I think they're gonna look pretty good. We're good. We got them routed, got them planed, a little over ½ an inch, a little under 3/4 of an inch. So pretty big boards still, pretty thick boards. These will be better as serving boards versus cutting boards simply because of the spalt. Spalted wood is wood that is dyed naturally, and as such, I cut most of the punky, softer stuff away, but these wouldn't be good for cutting boards. So really, really pretty serving boards though, and that's what we're gonna make them. So I'm going to take them through the full range of 60, 120, 220. After that, we'll give them a mineral oil dip. All right, here you go. Ultra Pro White Mineral Oil. Food grade. Everything's food grade. Epoxy, mineral oil, everything. This is the good part right here. Oh man, look at that. Beautiful board. That is pretty. Guys, I'm here to tell you. Hope that's coming out right. Okay. That is fire. And so this will get a bath. It'll soak. And then I'll wipe it down with some wax. Beeswax and mineral oil. Basically the same thing that's on it now. It's just a little higher viscosity. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. I'm gonna dip that other board, let them dry. My battery's about to die. I'm gonna burn off and finish these other 2 boards up, and then show you a picture of all 3 of them whenever we get done.
A few moments later.
If you like this kind of content though, hang out. Me and my son, we do a lot of woodworking. It's kind of a side job for us in the garage here. You can stand the mess. Click the like button, hit subscribe, and we'll be sure to get back with you. Thank y'all very much.